Now, we completed the entire first chapter without leveling anyone up, but I think we've gotten to the point where we want to play around in the Crystarium. The Crystarium's pretty easy to figure out. Basically, as you can see, we have 2,621 Christogen points, and we're trying to go around this big bow-looking game board. And you basically just level up the role you most want them to be better at. For instance, I really like Sarah as my Ravager. I like her learning magic spells and helping to break shields. So I'm just going to pump a ton of points into there and not really think for more than 2 seconds about it. It gets a little more challenging later when you have to like choose some paths and stuff, but this is our first time around the board. Whatever, let's level up the Sentinel a little bit so she can actually heal once in a while. Not to mention that's going to bring up max HP. And Commando will make it so she can actually punch people a little bit. But mostly the Ravager role is what we're focusing on. And I get to choose a bonus. I'm going to give her the Ravager bonus boost, make her an even better Ravager than she was. Move on to Null, who we'll make him the traditional warrior and just kind of make him Operation Commando. He gets a lot of cool commando abilities that punch guys and do that. Though we don't want to neglect him as a Ravager. Occasionally we need a little Ravager help. And if you pay attention to the bottom right, it'll show you what level of being a Ravager he'll unlock another ability. So we'd have to sink 4 more levels into Ravager to get Arrow. Though here we only got to sink 1 more to get Scourge. So we'll do that. And bring his Sentinel up a little bit. Just kind of get him, as you can see, his max HP is going up a lot. And we've expanded his Crystarium. And we could unlock a new role for him, but still early on in the game. We just want him to be a better Commando. Now, interestingly, all the monsters you unlock, you can also send around their little Crystarium. But these don't use any sort of points. They use these items you find called Potent Droplets and other similarly named items. I don't really want to increase XIII, even though XIII is pretty weak. Nor Ravager, to be fair, who requires an item I don't even have. So I'm going to save those for now, but later on, maybe we will level up some of our monsters. Now, right after you investigate the gate, our buddy Mog is going to get kind of excited about something over here. Let's talk to this soldier to see what he thinks.
We had some supply stations around here. Then they sort of disappeared. Probably another paradox side effect.
Huh, stuff has gone missing.
Leave it to me, Kupo.
Now, we are now unlocking one of Mog's cool abilities, which is, over here, he seems to have found something invisible. By pressing R1, we find the invisible thing, and can now examine it. We found an artifact! Awesome. That's going to help us later. These guys are pretty zazzed about it.
Boring, are we? Might want to be careful in here. Someone spotted a thief in one of the tunnels.
Ah, quest hook. This is one of the 2 quests available at the outset of the ruins, and we're definitely going to take it. Where's a big, scary Ghast hiding in the ruins. We're going to stumble across him and kick his ass. So real quick, before you go into the ruins, take a quick left, and there's going to be a hidden item, so activate Mog with R1, and grab it. Capsule! And now what that is actually part of a quest we haven't gotten yet. It's one of 2 items we need to complete the medicine quest, so grab it before you head down. Now this guy, this big robot, is perhaps the first commando type enemy you're going to find, which you want him in your party. So, we took our hit, and then right after taking the hit, switch back over to Ravager. Null's still going to take a thing. Now, we have Feral Link synchronized, which means that it's basically the limit break of our little buddy. Let's press square to use it. And they have little inputs. This one's really easy. It's down, triangle. The faster you do it, the more powerful it is. So you kind of want to memorize it for the ones you're using. But yeah, that's probably one of the cooler parts about the Paradigm Pack system, is that all your little Pokemon have cool abilities. Oh, we've got him stunned. Switch it back to aggression. Finish him off. And cross our fingers. We got a crystal! Alright. Very cool. The Hoplite. Alright, so we grabbed the Hoplite Crystal, who is one of the more powerful monsters you can find down here, and one of the only Commando-type monsters. So now we can probably set up a couple new paradigms. For instance, Super Aggression, where everybody is kicking some ass. And we can even throw him in here with the Team Ravager. And what that will do... Actually, let's make a different Team Ravager. So we have two of these, which are the same. In this one, what's going to happen is that both Sarah and Noel are ravaging. So you just want somebody to kind of be poking damage in there. So we already found one of the two capsules needed for the experimental drug quest. And right down here, down these stairs, is number 2. So when you find the guy who wants the capsules, you'll have both of them already. Right here, when you're first getting into the ruins, a little deeper in, but first big open room, take a left. You're going to find some mana droplets. That's going to let you pump up your monsters. Let's actually hop right in there. Go to the Crystarium. See if we can't buff up our dudes. I think our friend the Hoplite is awesome. No, I guess mana droplets will help XIII, but XIII we like. We would not mind having XIII learn Asuna, because Asuna is a very useful ability. Now it would take level 21 to learn the next healing bonus, so that's pretty far off. We could probably wait. On the Hoplite, though, might as well, let's buff him up. I got an extra 99 hit points out of that. Definitely worth it. It's going to make it so he can't just get punched down to nothing. Right over here, little item box. Mog's probably going to see it if you don't see it, but let's rock it out. Alright, Rune Bracelet. Alright, so once out of the first set of ruins, just keep moving forward. And you're going to see Atlas being a jerk.
Detected a large energy surge in the center of the ruins. Another unknown device has appeared.
2 choices.
So right here you have 2 options. One is to go down into ruins, find the crystal, and weaken Atlas, or to just throw yourself at him suicidally. We're going to choose the former, but first, look for this soldier wearing red. He's the one who's going to give you the quest hook about experimental drugs, and since we've already picked up both of the experimental drug capsules, we're going to finish that quest right as we take it. And we're going to get another fragment for completing that quest. Over here, another little item ball. Got a couple greens for the chocobos. So down in the second set of ruins, if you take a sharp left, you're going to run past a hoplite, because we got no time for it. Hey, something's floating and glowing. But actually, we can try and get it using R1. Oh no, it's the Ghast. Definitely make sure you... Whoa. Something happened with Mog there. I was going to say try and get the preemptive on him, but the camera kind of bugged out a little bit. This guy is one you need to ravage, but you got to be smart. You can't just go crazy on him, because he will kill you. You got to be on your guard, always ready to switch over to the defense mechanisms. Right here. Switch it. Alright, we got Kitty Clock online. That's just going to be triangle square. This fight... all about blocking. Don't think about anything else. Because if you screw up the blocking, you're screwed. Just don't let that bar fall all the way down. 220. Alright, get ready to switch back. Always be ready to... Nope. I was a little slow there, but luckily he only punched. Oh, but there he... had a little red over his head. There we go. He does a lot of damage, so... hopefully this will be enough to knock him over the edge. Alright. Switch over to Super Punch. Didn't even need to do it. All you gotta do is break him, and that fight's over. You're gonna get a fragment. And complete the quest. Ghast Fragment. 600 crazy points. Another Crystarium points. I call them crazy points. Also a Star Pendant. Another rare accessory. Kind of annoying that you can only equip a couple accessories, but eventually you get larger capacity. See, this one's 55 inventory cost, and we only have 50, so it is useless to us. Up this little pedestal, you can grab the item, but don't keep going that way. That's the way towards Atlas. We still got to explore the ruins a little more, though we did get an orange Newsboy Cap. And what you can do with that is actually throw it on your monsters. Monsters? Who do we want to give this crazy hat to? Find my buddy Gremlin and hook him up with an adornment. Put a little hat on him. Why not? He looks crazy with it. Now we gotta set off into the ruins to do what we actually set out to do, which is to find the crystal. And there it is, right around this bend. But you can't just get the crystal. Nothing's that easy. Giant hand! Ah!